Okay, well, hey everybody. Good morning. Good morning. I'm kind of in black right now, but I'll swing my computer around in a minute. I'm at the Abbotsford Airport in BC, Canada, and I just wanted. I thought it'd be kind of cool. I'm in the midst of travel. I'm on my way to Winnipeg, so I thought, hey, it'd be cool to show everybody the beautiful kind of a sunrise with the swoop aircraft in the background there. So it's now 9:01. We'll just wait for a few more people to filter in, and then we'll get going, okay? And by the way, come on, crank up that text chat and say good morning, and also tell us where you're from and how long you've been involved with the GS Partners. Okay?
Hello, Dr. Greg Gerrie, Greg Elliott out of Calgary, and your light is not on you. You look all black, sir.
Hello, Greg. Yeah, I talked about that earlier. It's because I just wanted to show you guys that I'm at the beautiful Abbotsford International Airport en route to Winnipeg. But I'm going to do this. See, I'll swing it around and present this way. Okay?
Well, I think Winnipeg will be wonderful.
Yes. There we go. There we go. Yeah, I was actually born in Portage-la-Prairie, and I'm going out to see a powerful leader out there. So, here we go. Okay, coming up on 9:02. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody, or good afternoon, or good evening. I see Mukesh is on from India, I believe. Tell us where you're from, folks. Tell us where you're from. It's always good to, it helps with the community aspect of this. Tell us where you're from and how long you've been involved. And it could be the first time here. Here comes Fatih. Oh, that's my flight. I gotta go. I'm kidding. All right. Okay, let's see here. Let's do this. And I will now share a screen. Let a few more people in. And share the screen, push a couple buttons. Oh my, this is different. Enter your password. Okay. I'm used to doing this. Going on. Okay, so we should be sharing a screen now. And I want to see you guys. So I'm going to show video panel. And I like to watch the chat line, so I'm going to pull that over as well. And I just see right away, Janet, from Janet, Dr. Greg, is there a possibility to have a big event in BC and Alberta? Janet, thank you for asking. That's awesome. Yes, we've got one coming up in Vancouver in April. And if you want to do one in Alberta, let's go. David and Kathleen from Phoenix, first time. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I love Phoenix. I've got good friends down in Phoenix. 6 weeks out of California. 2 weeks with Brian. 5 weeks. I ate at the train station restaurant in Portage-la-Prairie while driving through. Thanks, Lisette. Isn't this cool how we're all a community here? Good morning from Wisconsin. Member from day one, that's Janet. Good day from Florida. Hey, you guys, this is so fun. We get to all be together on this program today and talk to each other via chat. My job here today is to speak to the guests. You are the star of the show here today. It's all about you and who comes to these things, but guests and also those who have been around a while. They come in for a tune-up, so I hope I can provide both ends of the spectrum here. Greg, would you be willing to co-host? There's a lot of people coming in on this call today.
I'll do my best to do that for you.
Do you know how to do that? Do you know how to let people in?
I did, but I haven't used it in quite a while.
Sorry, Greg Elliott is who I'm trying to talk to. He's more experienced. Is this Greg Elliott?
Yeah, that's who it is. Yeah.
Yeah, Greg, all you do, and thanks for that. All you do is hold still. Just a minute. I'm going to make you co-host. Okay. And all you do is and I keep a pretty good eye on it, but if you see someone in the waiting room, you'll see a blue little button. You just press it. It's just that easy.
Okay, that sounds good. I'll take care of that for you there.
Hey, thanks a lot.
No problem. Absolutely. Yeah. And as far as your comment about Calgary, I'd like to participate in the largest event we can, because Calgary needs to really come alive like it did before. There's a lot of people that would like to move forward, so I'm here for the team.
Well said. Well said. There's a lot of people that would like to move. It's time, you guys. So for those of you who are new, I'm glad you're here. We're glad you're here. And this is the new digital era, and you're going to find out about that today. I've done a few things in my life. One of the things I did was I always want to honor and quote Nitsa Nako. She's the top leader in the world in this space. If you haven't heard of her now, you will. Servant's heart, brilliant speaker, the most loyal, dedicated individual in this space I've ever seen. She says, nothing to lose but our limitations. So, as Greg said, it's time to lose the limitations, you guys. And typically, if you've studied human psychology, you know that opportunities are abound. But typically, it's our own cynicism or our own lack of belief in ourselves. Sorry, folks, I'm at an airport. I just have to let those announcements run by. Okay, there we go. All right, so let's keep going here. So this is for honored guests. And if you're just here just for the asset side of it, in other words, park some of your assets and earn off of it, no problem. Then, we'll do the first part in 20, 25 minutes. And then we'll do a part for business builders. And then what I call amazing news from corporate. It really engenders ever increasing confidence in what we're doing here, okay? So we're here to improve your wealth. We're going to tell you about who we are and our products and the ecosystem and our plan. It's huge, okay? We're doing conferences all over the world now. This is the Toronto event. I had the privilege of presenting at this, even though I'm not on the roster here. Sweden is over. We're cranking up the Latino community, South America, and Jamaica. It's quite a time, and there's a executive retreat going on right now in the Seychelles. I don't know how many are there, but it's hopping over there. But let's get down to the main thing here, you guys. Let's just sit down at a table together and talk about what's most important, okay, in this space. And there's been some crazy things going on in the world, right? And I've done a lot of deep dives on what's actually going on. And I know that a lot of people on this call know what's actually going on. But I'm not going to address all those things, okay? I'm going to talk about what we can do. What can we do? And the issues are, look, if you're stressed out paying your bills at the end of the month, hey, we've all been there. I still have some challenging months. I've got a really high overhead and a daughter in private school and whose mother puts her in every other activity. So you know what that's like. And if you're in debt, debt is an awful thing. We're not supposed to be in debt, And when we were, a group of us were looking at the word mortgage the other day, mortgage, it's called a death commitment, something like that. And so we want to help people get out of debt. And for me, it's all about the children. It's all about the youth, not just my own, but those around the world. And I've even got my daughter involved in this. She's 14 years old, okay? Long-term savings plan / retirement fund. There are hundreds and thousands, millions of people who are living, yes, month to month. And that's not fun, okay? I mean, if you have faith in God above, that's a good thing. But ideally, you want to have a cache of extra money, right? Gold and assets, okay? Sorry, folks. I'm at an airport, for those of you who just arrived. Okay, so what does all this lead to? Well, we're looking for financial freedom. Yes, we are. And it's about freedom. It's about you being sovereign. And you really want to watch your brain right now as you're thinking and listening. and you really want to watch out for cynicism. It's like, oh yeah, really? Oh, I've heard this before, blah, blah, blah. But we really have found something here, folks, that is, I'll just call it wonderful. Okay, and it's time for us, as Greg said earlier, it's time for us to wake up and really, if you're new, take a real good look at this. Do your due diligence. Be careful who you believe. Go to sources. Find out the truth of the matter. Okay? So I grabbed this other poster from a conference that just finished, Creating Generational Wealth. We want to encourage one another in not just, surviving, but thriving. We want to be able to take care of our kids and set them up for life, and our grandkids and set them up for life. Folks, I don't know about you, but I had a really good month in February. Okay, I did really well. I made it to Continental Executive, and it allowed. As soon as I had that extra wealth, it allowed me. It started to free up my thinking. Do you know what I'm talking about? It starts to free up your thinking, and I started blessing different people in different ways. I mean, even as far as blessing a server at a restaurant, and then another guy was he was having trouble with his mortgage payment, and I was able to just step in a small way and help out. I'm not bragging, by the way, you guys. I'm just sharing my heart about the power of wealth, and it's here. Now listen. 4 phases of money: make it, save it, grow it, and what's the last one here? Spend it. Someone said the other day, you need to add spending it to it. But where have we been weak? We have been weak in the growing of money. Now, maybe you're really super good with money, and if you've managed to accumulate and have a home paid for and all that, good on you, right? Go help other people do the same. But most of us haven't been good at growing money. And if you've made a mistake or some mistakes doing foolish things, or you got duped into one of these other vehicles out there, I want you to forgive yourself. I want you to forgive yourself. I mean that. I want you to forgive yourself. Okay? If you're carrying around guilt and shame, it's going to slow you down. Okay? So just put on my pastor's hat there for a minute. So you really want to leave that behind, forgive yourself, and let's learn how to grow money. Now listen, a lot of the predicaments and situations that we're all in is not your fault. Something's going on behind the scenes that is making it more difficult for you to progress. It's called inflation. Now here's Ambassador Joby Gay presenting at the Toronto conference, reminding us that inflation is actually double digits. You need to understand that. Inflation is double digits. That means the buying power of your money is going down by 20% per year right now. You got that? The buying power of your money is going down by 20% per year. Now look, let me show you an example. And I really want you to understand this, because I believe it'll motivate you more, and it'll deepen your heart to help others. So let's look at a scenario. So let's say you are going to buy this beautiful motorcycle, and it's $10,000, US or Canadian, whatever, okay? And you've got that $10,000 right now in an investment, okay? At 5%, okay? So that's what you can buy with it right now, but you're not going to buy it right now, okay? Now, let's say a year goes by and you go 5%. Wow, hey, look at my portfolio now. It's $10,500. Okay, let's say you get 10%. So then it would be $11,000, right? But here's the thing. At an inflation rate of 20%, it's not about what shows up on your statement. It's what matters is the buying power. Because with the printing of money, the buying power goes down. That's what inflation is, okay? It's not that prices are going up. It's that the buying power of the dollar or the peso or the euro or the pound, whatever, is going down. You need to understand this. And so I talk to people all the time, and they say, oh, well, you know what? I'm kind of scared about what's going on out there, the markets, et cetera, blah, blah, blah. And, I'm not dishonoring that. But they said, I'm keeping my money in the bank, or I'm keeping my money in a GIC, or I'm keeping my money in this or that. And I said, well, go ask your planner, go ask your broker, how's my portfolio doing? And then ask them about the real buying power of it. See what he or she says. Now, I'm not trying to disrespect any of those people. Okay, I think a lot of them are trying to do good, but they are lost in an old system. Okay, so I want you to begin to open up your mind that there's something better. Now, I had the privilege of interviewing G. Edward Griffin. He was the first to come out to tell us that the U.S. Federal Reserve is not a government financial institution. It's a private banking cartel. Now, maybe there's still a few of you on the call that went, what? This guy's full of it. This guy wrote a book this thick, did the research, was the first to come out. And since then, more and more people are discovering what's really going on in the banking system. And so we have seen the erosion of the world's reserve currency, the US dollar. It's affected the whole world. Here's the Canadian dollar. The red line is the increase of the money supply, the printing of money. And there you see the erosion of the buying power of the dollar. So I'm just going to be hard on you here, you guys. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Okay, look at this chart. Okay, this is over time now. And look, and it's, if I updated, it would be worse. But here's the question, you guys. Okay, and I want you to answer this in the text chat. Did your income go up on an average of 675% over these past years? Let's see some answers here. Anybody? Yeah? All right. No, most people say no. Of course, are you kidding me?
No way.
Yeah, no way. Thank you for that passionate reveal there. That's great. The other thing you need to know about banks, you guys, by the way, I had Nitsa Nakos on a leadership call entreating us. I think she might have been pointing at me, but anyways, entreating us. Please don't disregard banks. Please don't disrespect banks. I can't help myself, you guys. I'm sorry. I got to tell you the truth. You go look up bail-in laws. You go do it. You go look up bail-in laws. Banks aren't going to get bailed out this time like they did in 2008. There's going to be bail-ins. You know what that means? They're going to take your money. Yeah, they'll take your money. Why? Because you are classified as an unsecured lender to the bank. And go look up that law as well, okay? So there's lots of information on this if you go and look for it. Come on, are you kidding me? Look at this. Executing bail-in, an operational guide from the Bank of England, published in the 22nd of July in the year 2021. That's yesterday, okay? So lots of intel out there about what's going on in the banking system. And look, remember Cyprus? You probably don't remember that. Cyprus, they actually took their money and they never gave it back, okay? Banks are in trouble all over the world. So again, brain circuits, okay? In your brain, you have something called neuron networks. And in those neuron networks, the more you believe something and the more intel you get on a thing, they literally get thicker. And you believe that savings accounts are good, that your 401k is good, that bonds are good. But they're all connected to the fiat currency system, everybody. Sorry. So maybe, and again, I'm not a financial planner. Hang on, you guys. I'm at an airport. Stand by. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but it's a big announcement. All right, good. Goodness, long list of people that are calling in. While we're waiting, I'll show you where I am. There we go. Can you see that? Isn't that pretty out there? Goodness gracious. Sorry, folks. Sorry for the delay. All right, so we're moving away from what's called the traditional banking system, where the banks have their eyes all over your money. And so does government, by the way. And we're moving into something called DeFi. Now, for those of you who are new to this world, the first cryptocurrency was called Bitcoin, and Bitcoin runs on something called a blockchain. Blockchain is private. If I want to send money to Greg, would that be okay, Greg? If I wanted to send money to Greg over the blockchain, it's nobody's business. Like nobody's business, okay? So, and also on the blockchain, there's no printing of money. There's a limited issue, okay? So, we want you to be in control, and we want to help you grow your money, and that's what we're doing here. Now, let's watch this amazing short 2-minute video from GS Partners, the parent.
The volatility in the crypto market is massive right now. This rise and fall of the market is almost impossible to predict. However, it also brings with it massive potential. Right now, everyone has the opportunity to start making money. Even small funds today could create new millionaires of tomorrow. GSPartners.global presents you with a unique product. NFT certificates, which give you access into the metaverse. These meta certificates are the key to a virtual world where you are able to gain, win, and earn. Go back 10, 20, 30 years ago, when Amazon started onboarding multiple partners and suppliers, all participating and offering their products in this new technology called the internet. In this new market of the technology age, now we have the next evolution of the internet era, a new market with a new technology called blockchain. Welcome to the metaverse markets of NFTs, technology partners, celebrities, all coming together in one new world, LydianWorld. You'll meet many tech partners, developers, influencers. Technology partners include BD Swiss, a decade-old, top-tier European financial brokerage. Celebrities and sports champions include Floyd Mayweather, Roberto Carlos, and many more. Build meta cities, sell NFTs, play games, earn through MetaBroker, MetaMining, and tap into all the income resources of LydianWorld. Get your Metaverse Certificate NFT today and start to earn from our multiple opportunities right now. The evolution is LydianWorld. The evolution is now. Register at GSPartners.global today.
Okay. So,
volatility in it.
I love that video. It is jam-packed with great intel. I want you to think about Amazon over 2 decades ago. And what they decided to do was they were going to gather partner companies and market them on something called the internet. Remember, there was a time when there was no internet. There was a time when the internet was new, right? So they did that. And who were the winners? The winners were the customers. The winners were the partner companies. And the winner was certainly Amazon. Don't you wish you bought shares in Amazon right after that first boardroom meeting that they had, announcing it to the world, right? Well, guess what? This is where you're at now. GS Partners and LydianWorld Metaverse are doing the same thing, except we're doing it on a blockchain, which is way faster, way cheaper, and way more profitable for those who understand and get involved. And I want you to know, now look, see these round circles? I want you to look at these as the top view of a building structure. And I was studying the Burj Khalifa. How do they build the world's tallest freestanding building on sand? They do it by sinking pillars deep into the earth and filling them with concrete. I did the research on the Khalifa. Man, they spent a long time on the foundation. Then that building could rise up properly, okay? Interesting that the Khalifa is in Dubai, where our training center is, okay? So look, we've got our own digital currency. We've got our own sales and marketing team and multiple entities and aspects in our ecosystem. The pillars are down into the ground, folks. And later this year, we're going to be releasing the Smart Chain Mainnet. And if you know anything about Ethereum, Ethereum is a use case coin. It's a utility crypto, and it's integrous because it has value in this system. And folks, that's what we have. So I'm going to show you another product today, but I also want to entreat you. If you don't have any G9s, you better get them because they're going to rocket at the end of this year. Okay? Now, we did 100 million in sales volume starting from December 2020 to May 2022. This is a startup. Okay? And then we did another 100 million in the next 6 months. And why is this? We've got a man with us with very deep pockets. He's been very successful in business. He's got a gift for business. And he met Alex Kochendow, and they hatched this. And Alex manages a team of 125 technical personnel. That's like a big mission control center. Think of it. And so Mr. Haidt has been funding this. He's generous. He's going to make sure that this thing succeeds, and it is succeeding. He's committed to it being number one in the world. Now, listen, again, for those of you who are late on the call, if you want to just come into this system and just build the asset, in other words, you got some assets over here, you want to put them into the system and earn off of it, and the earnings are powerful, okay? Then great. We love you, no problem. Someone will help you come in, and you're good. You can go on and deal with the rest of your life. But if you want to be a business builder, in other words, just want to start sharing this with people, you can do that too. We've got crypto experts in the system, but you don't have to be one. Listen, when we started this 2.5 years ago, I tell you, not too many of us knew much of anything, okay? So don't be intimidated, okay? And also, we're involved in trading now, but you don't have to be a trading expert because it's a managed account. However, if you do want to learn trading, we've got that too. Okay, so this is the convergence of 3 multi-billion-dollar markets, and you have the privilege of seeing this presentation today and being involved and perhaps getting others involved. This is the fastest growing market globally. That's DeFi, decentralized finance, but know that the blockchain is much more than DeFi. It's gaming, logistics, music, art, real estate. We just signed on a real estate partner where we're going to be doing tokenized real estate all over the world. Folks, this thing is blowing up. Get involved, okay? We've got our own metaverse. And your entry point, your key in is something called a meta certificate. A meta certificate. Now, I'm not going to go deep on LydianWorld today, but this thing is absolutely massive. And I didn't believe it when it first started. I didn't totally understand the vision of this. But I want you to imagine a virtual world like a map. And people have been buying citizenships and presidencies in this virtual world. And I thought, virtual world? I don't want to be involved in a virtual world. But it's virtual, but it's not virtual because there are real assets going into these countries. And those who have citizenships, those who are involved, they're earning a residual income off of these assets. We're just getting going. I met people in Toronto. I met a guy named Shark Dog in Toronto. He's making, I know this, he made this public. He's making like $5,000 to $7,000 a month just on LydianWorld. So learn more about LydianWorld, you guys, okay? Now, as I said in the scenario with Amazon, we're all about partnerships, and we have launched the first metaverse blockchain asset brokerage, and that's the key product I'm going to tell you about today. And we've been attracting these meta stars. Now, I don't worship sports celebrities and actors, and I don't do that. And but they have achieved in their space. They're the best in the world, and they come in and they put their name to this place, to this GS Partners. Can I ask you all to mute your mics? Your mics, please make sure your mics are muted. Thank you. That sounds like heavy breathing. Greg, are you able to find that person? Let me see here. Let's see. Everybody, if you're listening, can you make sure that you mute your microphone? Thank you so much. Okay, so we're attracting these stars. We're building cities inside LydianWorld. Here's our own Floyd Mayweather at Center Ring. Center Ring. And I think that's metaphoric because GS Partners will be Center Ring in the world in the days to come. But you heard about it first here, okay? and you want to be thanking the person that brought you. All right, so if you're doing due diligence, go to gspartners.global, and there you'll find a bunch of videos at the very top of the website and at the very bottom. My favorite is the Burj Khalifa. We advertise all up and down the Burj Khalifa. Can you believe that? It lit up right from the top to the bottom. It said our coin, it said our values, it talked about our company. Now, here is our team that is providing the way in to accessing this brokerage house. Now, typically before, if you wanted to have a managed account with this brokerage, you had to have $1 million to put in. Now you can come in for as little as $2,000. This is amazing. Folks, this brokerage is over 10 years old. Now, in an era of scams, I am still meeting people who are being hurt by scams. And I want you to know that I hate it, I abhor it, I rebuke it. These scams, these people who intentionally set up to steal your money, it's awful. God have mercy on them for what they're doing, okay? But we have one that's 10 years old, and both when the CEOs of these partner companies, GS Partners and this partner company got involved, they call themselves the scam killers because they're like me, they hate scams. We're trading in multiple assets, folks. We did over $1 trillion in volume last year. This is the real deal, okay? All right. We do everything we can to operate legally and properly all over the world, okay? Please know I'm not a financial planner because I'm going to start showing you some numbers, okay? So I'm not a financial planner. I'm not giving you any financial advice. I'm bringing you some intel and information for you to discern and make your own decisions on. Get back to the person and ask questions, okay? And I'll see if I can answer some today as well, okay? So 3 ways to build assets or build wealth here. You can just get involved in what I'm going to show you now. You can partake in the business opportunity, or you can get involved in LydianWorld, okay? Howard Schultz, the founder of Starbucks, although I'm not a Starbucks fan now, given what I found out about him. But anyways, it was great when they started. He said, perhaps if you never had a chance, maybe you never took a chance. Well, you can do more than take a chance here. You can do the research, do the due diligence, and get involved. All right, so let's talk about the key product. We're going to use a $2,000 meta certificate as an example, okay? So you're going to get on the half of the certificate, or what's called the price, you're going to get 4.15% weekly. Yeah, that's right, weekly, okay? And so you're also, on the second half of the certificate, you're going to get up to 18% per month, okay? Now, the first 4.15, that's steady. The other one fluctuates. Now, the company's given us these numbers. Some on the quarterly, it can be higher, it can be lower. I've seen it as high as 24%, and I don't know how low it's gone. I haven't tracked that, okay? So that's how it works. Half is at 4.15% paid weekly. The other is at up to 18% paid quarterly. You can withdraw weekly, you can withdraw quarterly, or you can compound, and I'll show you those numbers in a minute. You can also get involved in our trading academy. Up to you. You don't have to, but up to you. And then meta mining is yet another way to earn an income. Okay, well, let's talk about the entry point. Okay? Now, there is a 500 USDT entry point, but I'll tell you, it doesn't pay the 4.15%, nor does it have a bonus on it. But you'll see a little bit later that we can use that certificate to help people increase their wealth situation. I'll show you later, okay? Now, at 2,000 USDT, they're going to give you 750 as a bonus. They put it in your account and give it to you at the end of 18 months. Well, thank you very much. I think of it like a little sack of gold, you know? So that's with the 2,000. Come in at 5,000, and they're going to give you a bonus of 1,667. Now, notice I said these certificates are in 2 parts, right? So there's the price, 2,500. There's the load, 2,500, okay? Part 1 is the weekly price, and part 2 is the quarterly, okay? So you can acquire, you can come in at all these different levels, up to you. Come in where you fit in. Come in where you fit in, or sell your cat and you can get more. Okay, I'm kidding. But So we go right up to 300,000, folks. And maybe you're thinking, ay, 300,000. Listen, how big is your vision? There's a guy in Sweden that through building the business, he earned that much in commissions and actually bought one of these. Okay, I'm still working on that part of it. All right, so the world is your oyster here. You can come in at 2 or you can come in at more, but I'm going to show you something even better. Now, this is a time-limited offer. So these 750 bonuses, the Hermes, all the bonuses, they're going to be cut in half at the end of this quarter. And the company has the right to stop this incentive at any time. So if you're going to do something, do it now. You know, do your due diligence and do it now. Okay? So here are the numbers. Okay? Here they go. So how does this work? Hang on a sec, you guys. For those of you who are late, I'm actually at an airport, and from time to time the announcements come on, but while we're waiting, there's where I am. Abbotsford, BC, Canada. Okay? I'm going to try to overtalk it. I'll just come in closer and speak loudly. Okay? So there's the price at 1,000. There's the maximum load, and again, I'm using the 2,000 as an example. Okay? So you are paid 4.15% on the week. That's $41.50 every week on the 2,000. You are given up to 18% per quarter, which is $180 every quarter, and you can pull those out. Okay. Now you're also given that when you load, you're given that 750 bonus. There it is. Okay. Now let's look out at the end of the 18 months. Okay. So on the weeklies, you will have withdrawn 3,237. On the monthlies, you will have withdrawn 1,080. And then they give you back your portfolio, including the 750 bonus. So now your 2K, your 2,000, has turned into what? 6,000. Got it? 2,000 into 6,000. Got it? All right. Now, let's take a look at what that looks like compounded. Well, what's compounding? If you plug those numbers into the calculatorsite.com, you put in your weekly, put quarterly back in, and look at the number that pops out. Instead of 6,000, it's now 8,800. Okay? Given those percentages. So there you go. That's the power of compounding. And Einstein said it's the 8th wonder of the world. Okay? So what I'm going to do now is I'll show you these certs with the non-compounded and compounded numbers at the very bottom. So let's just follow the green line, okay? Here we go. The 5,000 cert pays out 14 and almost 22,000. Got it? The 10K, 30,000 and 44. Now, I've also put up what the weekly is and the quarterly payouts are if you're withdrawing. Now look at this. On the 10K, you pull out 207 weekly. You pull out 900 quarterly, and at the end of 18 months, you're still going to take out 8,667 in a lump sum. Just a second now. How much did you put in? You put in 10K. Folks, some of you might be thinking, really? How can they do this? How can they do this? Well, folks, what do you think your banks and your financial institutions have been doing? They've been taking your money and putting it to work in these kinds of ways. You got that? Good traders can make 1%, 2%, 3% per day. Okay? So this is what we have the privilege of here. Here's the 25K. Here's the 60K. Here's the 150K. Oh my goodness. How would you like to be withdrawing 2,000 weekly, 18,000 quarterly, and at the end of it all, hold it, you get more than what you put in? Wow. Praise God. Okay. And there's the 300,000. All right. Okay. Now, sorry. People are asking, well, are you guys getting paid? Yeah, we're getting paid. Sorry how small this is, but I wanted to show you a snapshot of what it looks like in the back office. And if you start at the bottom here, look at 26th of September, this person started. What did they get paid? Well, they got paid the promised $41.50. Now, why is the next one 47? Well, this person delayed a day or two, probably a day, to do their compound. So you can compound. You can see in the second column there, they're compounding. Oh, and then December came along and started withdrawing. I guess it was for Christmas presents, right? Now look here. See here, the 392. Can you see it? Right where the cursor is? That is the quarterly. Okay? Here's another shot of a higher certificate. Look at the weekly payout, folks. Isn't that beautiful? Okay. Okay. For those of you who are late, all the noise in the background is I'm presenting from an airport. Okay? Now, we have something for new people. Now, I know this is kind of the business side of it, but it could apply to you even if you want to get 2, 3, 4, 5 people involved. Okay? When you bring in a new person, they're going to get, if they get 3 certificates, they're going to be given 1 free. The company's going to pay the price for them. So let's say you got somebody that comes in and they're new and they've got, say, a $7,000 budget. Okay? So what you're going to say, well, why don't you get 3 Hermes? 3 Hermes. And by the way, there's actually a better way for this scenario, you guys. I have to change this. It's getting the Aphrodite. Okay, so you can get back to the person who brought you. But let's just look at this scenario. So what does the company do? They give you the highest certificate. So if we did this with an Aphrodite, you'd end up with a free Aphrodite. Okay, Aphrodites are 5,000. Okay, so I'm thinking it's better to go Aphrodite and 2 Hermes, not low.
No.
Turns
Recording
into
in
24K,
progress.
compounded 36K.
Yeah.
So that's a very generous thing that the company is doing at this juncture. How long will it last? I don't know. We don't know. Okay? So here's another scenario where they only had a 5,000K budget. So what do? You can still get the 3 Hermes, just don't load them. Load the first 2 and don't load the third one and don't load the bonus one. And if your budget's even lower, 4K, okay, load the first one and then don't load the other 3. You can load them the next month. You can load them the month after. You can load them when you get more commissions. You can load them when you sell your dog. Okay, I know. Nobody's going to sell their dog. I'm kidding. Here's an 11.5 budget. There's the Aphrodite in action there. And look at, you get a free Aphrodite. They pay for $2,500 worth on that particular certificate. Okay? 10,000 budget. And so on, and so on, and so on. So you can come, whoever's new at this, you can come with a budget, and then the person who brought you will figure out the best scenario, the best set of certificates to get you blessed. Okay? There's a 17.5, and I've done them right up to 90,000. I just did 100,001 yesterday. I figured out all the numbers. So this is a huge, by the way, I figured out yesterday, by the way, again, this isn't the best scenario. I have to change this. We should always go with the highest certificate and maybe 2 smaller ones. Okay. But yesterday I calculated, someone's coming in, they're collapsing their RRSPs because they're fed the government and not sure what they're going to do in the future. That's not financial advice, by the way. You do what you want. But they're going to come in at 100K, and we calculated with all the bonuses and commissions, etc. If they set it up right with 3 new people, they're going to end up with close to $1 million in 18 months. Okay? So you really want to be wise about this and understand what this is. Now, I've given you a lot today, okay? It's a lot to consume. I get it. And if you're like me, I got to see things 2, 3, 4, 5 times to really get it into what I call my DNA. But you can go to gspintro.com and look at videos and see this over and over again if you want, okay? All right. So, for those of you who just came here today for the asset, like, you're not interested in the business, you just came for the asset, I want to say thank you for coming. Get back to the person who sent you. Okay, get back to the person who sent you. So get your free account. Decide how much you're going to come in with, and get that thing working for you. You're going to start getting paid in 7 days. Very exciting. Okay, now, so I'm going to say thank you, bless you. Do you have any questions on this part of the presentation so far?
How's it going, Greg?
Is that you, Greg Elliott?
Yeah, it's me. Yeah.
Okay.
One of the things I wanted to mention that I think is important for people to understand.
Yes.
Number one, do not go against the financial system that's in the globe, because we all use the monetary system to move into GS Partners.
Yeah.
And we shouldn't trash, because they're like a business like anything else.
Yeah.
The beauty about it, we can transfer any country's currency into GS Partners,
right,
and multiply it exponentially,
yes,
by helping people grow their assets, but
right,
we're also using the banking system to do it. And so with the two systems in place, they complement each other.
Greg, is that an exhortation to me?
No, that's to anybody that's listening, because too many people trash the banking system.
Yeah.
But they're in there to make 99% profits to themselves.
Yes.
And do not educate the public, and there's nothing in the schools to teach them.
Yes.
But GS Partners has an incredible program that allows people to access a independent way of accelerating their income by leveraging through a system that allows them to do so. And as the global economic community starts to understand, we're going to see massive changes, because the people control the economies, which control the continents, which control everything. So as a group, we're going to make inroads that are going to be absolutely incredible.
Beautifully said, Greg. Beautifully said. Thank you for that. Love it. Love it. Very energizing. Okay, any other questions before I move into the business side of this?
Hello, Dr. Greg. This is Mark in Hello. I have two questions.
Yes.
Firstly, how did you get to the part where you were showing the weekly 4.15% per week? I forgot how you got to that stage. I wonder if you could go back to that. And secondly,
I can just verbalize it, okay? And it's also in your back office. It's also repeated on that video, GSPintro.com, okay?
Right. I'm very new to this. I've got an account, and I've just opened my account. I was just trying to get it. I couldn't find it again. And secondly, how do we acquire the coin, the G999 coin?
Yeah. There's two places to it. Well, there's three strategies for the coin. One is you can get it right on GSPartners.com. Now, I'll tell you that there's a 30% hit on that. It's on commissions. So if you want to make it fast and easy, you can do it that way. You can also set up your own GS Trade account. And that's another way you can get some crypto into gstrade.exchange. Maybe somebody can type that in, gstrade.exchange. And there you can bring crypto and acquire coins in that manner. You can also go out onto some of the other exchanges, although I've heard that gstrade.exchange is the best way to go when you're considering fees, etc. Okay? Does that make sense?
Thank you.
Second question.
You've covered the two. One was the screen that you were on, showing the weekly compounded amount, and the second was the GS99 coins.
So gspintro.com, okay? Go there. Oh, and also gold. Can someone type this in for me? Goldstandardwebinar.com has got schedules and videos and other good information. Goldstandardwebinar.com. Okay, good. Any other questions? Okay, folks, I need to take a quick break here. There's a bathroom just over there. I've been on the run here this morning, traveling to this airport. cranking up this presentation. I'll be back in about 90 seconds. Here, I'll let you look at the beautiful view of the airport.
Wow, that is good. I'm sorry.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, for the people listening, next is gonna be the presentation for the business to.
Well, he's coming to Manitoba, and it's not
Millionaire
like the weather
business,
he's seeing out there right now. Yeah.
And Dr. Greg didn't mention, and I came upon this, something to remember is if you buy a $250 certificate or $1,000 certificate, whatever amount you're spending, you get that same amount back in Lydian Lions, which is our internal cryptocurrency in LydianWorld. And you can use your Lydian Lions to get citizenships or do some the mining game in LydianWorld, which is really cool. So you're getting an asset back in the cost amount of your certificate that you can use to create additional residual income.
Yeah, you get extra bonuses.
Okay. Thank you for your grace there. Appreciate that. So let's get back to sharing. We'll talk a little bit about the business side of this. Okay. And back to sharing. And all right, there it is. Okay. Super. And am I sharing? Gosh.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm sharing. Why? Inspiration from you. Okay? And you too, Janet. So here we go. Back to sharing. I am sharing now, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Here we go. All right.
Yes.
So here comes the business opportunity. And listen, I just want to say that, we've really been through it these past 2 years, right? And I think that we are all meant to be bigger, braver, bolder. And I'm not just spewing out hype. I really think we are. I think it's time to catch up on our losses. It's time to redeem back from the evil that came upon this planet that is still here. It's time to take charge. It's time to enlarge our tent pegs. And so that's what I'm all about. And, let's encourage one another along to be the same. Okay. So what does it cost to be in business with GS Partners? If you want to do the business side of it, $33 a month. If somebody complains about that, slap them.
Yeah.
No, we can't slap people. I'm kidding. Okay. But look at all the advantages, right? For 30 to have your own business for $33 a month. One thing that the company didn't put out, but I added, the website. It's a multi-million-dollar website. It's
Oh, shitty internet.
$33 a month is absolutely fantastic. I'd pay $100. I'd pay $200. Okay. So here's all the different ways of being paid. Now, a good sales organization motivates people, incentivizes people to take the right actions at the right time. And this thing is set up so beautifully. For example, if you're somebody and you're just like, what, all I want to do is kind of just share with a few friends and family. Okay, great. Well, why not take a 15% commission for that? It doesn't come out of their pocket. It comes out of the company. And if you're of the mind like, I don't want to earn off my friends. Okay, well, give it back to them then. But you're bringing them something that's going to be a game changer for them. They're going to kiss you in 18 months, okay, when they see the totals that they brought in. So there's level one, 15%. And then if one of the people you brought in brings in someone else, you're going to get 5% of them. and so on and so forth, all the way down 9 levels where it goes back up to 6%. Now, folks, that is highly lucrative. Now, if someone says to you, oh, this is one of those network marketing MLM things where they, it's a pyramid scheme. Come on. That's not true at all. I want you to think about something. Okay, ready? President, vice president, area manager, supervisor, frontline worker, customer. How many levels is that? And do you think they're getting paid ever increasing amounts all the way up? Come on. That's the way all organizations work in the business world, okay? So take advantage of this. Here's an example where the average purchase is $3,000, okay? Just 3,000. And look at the numbers. So let's say you bring in 3 people, just three, okay? Well, average purchase 3,000, total revenue 9,000. What's 15% of 9,000? Well, I think it's 450, isn't it? Yeah, it is. 450. Now, let's say those 3 people, you teach them. Look, just bring 3 in. Just bring 3 in. And by the way, you'll see why it's so easy to do that and it's so incentivized, okay? So just 3. Now you got 9 at 3,000, volume 27,000. But hey, you only get 5% of that. But look, it's the same amount. And so on and so forth. So by putting some work and effort and professionalism into this, you can do very well financially. There's also something called the Blockstar pool. And again, I talked about incentivization and motivation. This is for your front line. This is for who you personally bring in. And you'll notice here that the volumes are 3,000. I don't want to call it 9,999. Okay, can we just call it 10,000 between friends? 10,000, 30,000, and 100,000. So the more volume you bring in on your front line, you're going to be paid for that. Okay? Now, here's the super fun part. It's the team. So when you build a team, encourage people, train them, love them, bless them, okay? You're going to get team volume. So look, directors 10,000, regionals 30, nationals 60. That's called the director ranks. And look over to the far right. So just by reaching those ranks, you're going to get 1,000, approximately 1,500 and 2,300. Okay, that's just for reaching the rank, not counting the commissions, not counting your other bonuses. Okay, so now let's look here. Let's go from 60,000 to 100. And let's go see what you get paid. Oh my goodness, look at the big jump. That's because as an executive, you get into the pools of all the directors as well. So if you're going to do this as a business, your first goal is director, get through the director ranks, and work to hit executive. Because when you're executive, you're really starting to earn some good money, okay? And then also look at the next jump to the ambassador ranks. That's $1 million in volume. And watch your mind, watch your brain. Don't think, oh, I could never do that. If you follow the system, every single person on this call can do it. I'm not an ambassador yet, but I'm going to get there. Okay, I'm going to get there. And I'm going to get there. Here's the beauty of this business. I'm going to get there not by focusing on me. It's not about me. It's about the people that came in on my team. It's about me serving them, blessing them, helping them. And when I get enough people to do that, I'm going to get blessed. Okay? So what a beautiful way to live your life. You know, you focus on other people. Okay, so here's some of my team that have reached different ranks, and we celebrate them, you know, good on them. It's really fun, and we're so proud of them, and they're so happy when we recognize them, okay? Now, we got something called the mid-month accelerator. If you reach a rank by the 15th, you get paid twice. So here, look, a director is going to get paid $500. If you hit director by mid-month, that's $500. If you hit executive, holy cow, $3,400. But guess what? You get paid at the end of the month as well. So now we got people motivated to, on the first of the month, okay, let's go. Okay. Now the fast start bonus I already talked about, and I showed you some examples of the fast start bonus. It's huge. Okay. Huge opportunity. There's GSP intro again. Now listen, I want to show you what's called the 30-day simulator. Now, please remember, everybody, all of these PDFs are in your back office under marketing. So you can go look at this in your back office, okay? So here's Peter, or whoever's new that you brought in, okay? So you bring in Peter. You say, Peter, listen, here's your great opportunity. Take a look at this, okay? So he gets his 30 break, and he brings in Anne. Okay, can I ask everybody to mute their microphone? Thank you. Mute your microphone. Thank you. And I can't mute that, so.
Oh, okay.
Thanks, Greg. Blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to overtalk the announcement in the back there. Okay, so Peter brings in Anne and Brett and Chris, okay? And they all say, yeah, I want to get the buy 3, get 1 free, okay? So that fourth one, the price is paid for. You just have to load it. So they've each chosen to get Hermes, and an Aphrodite. They get the free Aphrodite, and that's awesome. Okay, now, here's the amazing thing. If Peter's new, and he brings in 3 people who each get 3 certificates, according to the rules of the promotion, he's going to end up with 9 certificates. 9. If he fills those certificates, now, by the way, while he brings in these people, he's also getting commissions up to $3,500 if he does it in the first 15 days. Do you see how motivating this is? And what if he ends up filling those certificates? So let's take a look at this. This guy, Peter, now let's say some guy, Leo, introduces this guy named Peter, okay? Peter goes, seriously? Seriously? I'm going to get my own 3 certificates and get 1 free. Yes, you are. I'm going to bring in 3 people who do the same thing, and I'm going to end up with an extra 9 free certificates. Yes, you are. Folks, this is for a limited time. But this is also the reason this thing is exploding around the world. So anyways, I've got lots of different scenarios that I've assembled. Here's one. If you want to hit executive in 15 days, let's say you brought in 3 people and they did 4,000. Okay? 4,000. There's 3 members. That's 12,000 in volume. You just hit director. Okay? And those 3 each bring in 3. Now you got 9 members on your level 2. That's 36K in volume. And let's say each of them, and by the way, you hit regional director. Let's say each of them brings in 3. That's 27 members on your 3rd line, 108,000 in volume. Well, guess what? You hit director. You hit executive. And it's very lucrative. Now, you didn't even have to fully fulfill that 3rd level because remember, it's total volume, right? So you got 12,000 from level 1, 36,000 from level 2. What's that? That's 48,000. You needed 100. All you need is another 52,000. Got it? So if you've got a player that comes in, show them how to hit exec in 15 days, okay? So there's our step 1, step 2, step 3. It takes 5 minutes to sign up. Help them get crypto and get people going. It's just that simple. Use third-party credibility. I've got, can I talk about what we're doing on the prairies, Leo? Is that okay? Give me a thumbs up. I can't hear you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so here's Leo Filion, leader out in Manitoba and globally. And he's bringing me in. And by the way, you don't have to travel. We do most of our work online, but it's time to go meet people and shake hands. But he's bringing me in. So he's the local leader but he's bringing in the guy, the third-party credibility guy. So that can happen by phone, that can happen by Zoom, or that can happen in person. And even as experienced as I am, I still bring in my upline, Helene Walters, when I need, when I'm bringing in somebody. It just works, you guys. If you want to excel at this, do the system: invitation, presentation, third-party credibility or presentation. Okay. Now, I promised news from corporate, and it's worth reviewing because it engenders confidence in everybody involved. Okay, we're the fastest growing network marketing company in the financial space in the world. We haven't even barely opened Latin America and Asia. And I'm telling you, when that happens, you think this thing is exploding now? Wow. It will blow your mind and it'll blow my mind. So what's your job? Get involved, spread the word. See, because you guys, it's not about who you know. I mean, maybe you know somebody amazing, but it's not about who you know. I'm going to go meet Leo out on the prairies in these next 4 days. Not even about who Leo knows. He's going to bring in people and we're going to talk, but some guy's going to say, you know what? I got a guy that wants to blow this thing out of the water. And Leo didn't even know him. Okay, so that's the kind of thing that can happen with this. And your job is to serve those whom you know. That's your job. You do the very best job. And then teach them to do the same, and et cetera, et cetera. So this thing, when you do it right, it's going to be amazing. Okay? We've 12x'd in sales production. A challenge was thrown out. Talk to 2 people every day. 2 people. 2 people. Can you do that? Of course you can. Okay? And a reminder that when the smart chain is launched it says third quarter. I think it says third quarter here. I'm telling people fourth quarter. I want to under promise, over deliver, but this thing's going to really, really blow up. Okay. There's a big event in Seychelles happening. We're going to hear about some releases and new updates from that. And then the big thing that's happening this year is Dubai in May. I'll tell you, yes, it's expensive to travel. Yes, hotels are expensive. But if you can find a way to get to Dubai, you'll love it as a mini vacation and you'll love the conference. Joseph Haidt does everything 6-star. Okay.
Yes.
Anything else I want to go over here? Yeah. I don't think we can truly understand, folks, how big this is. By the way, Greg was talking about banks. Banks, look what's coming in for us. Okay, we're gonna be able to buy cryptocurrency through our own system. We're gonna be able to manage high net worth individuals. We're gonna have a bank, and we're gonna have our own card. Now, let me pull out mine. And this is from our previous partner, and we've ended that partnership because we're bringing in something better. But basically, I load my crypto onto this card, I convert it into the fiat currency, and I go spend. It's just that simple. Okay, so I think that is enough for today. I'm going to stop sharing, and I'm going to see if anybody has any questions or comments. And Greg, thanks for your help today. Appreciate it. Okay, questions or comments?
No problem.
Questions or comments? Anybody? Oh, we have Patrick Spearing in the house. Wow. Hey, Patrick, I would like to invite you to come on and just share a little bit about what you're seeing with GS Partners. By the way, Patrick and I have been hanging out for 8 years now. We share intel, we share webinars, we share our data, our materials, and he's a genius, this guy. So I always value your opinion, Patrick.
Thank you, Greg. Yeah, well, things are just ticking along. One thing I should say, Greg, keep an eye out. Gillian Browning from here went to the Seychelles. She's arrived there, and she did tell me this morning that she might show up on some of your videos. So keep an eye out for her.
Okay. Sure.
So she could just show up. So whoever you've got as co-host, letting people in, let them know to let you know when she comes on, because you can't see where it is. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Maybe tomorrow.
So the most exciting thing that I've been calculating is that when you look at the certificates, somebody new who is getting a free 4th certificate, okay, which he just has to load. If he has a block, a debt that he wants to get rid of, could be a mortgage. If he's getting that one free certificate at the end, then whatever that amount is, if you take 25% of that and put that into certificates, that will pay out the whole amount in 18 months. So let's say they've got 100,000 mortgage, they've got 7 or 10 years, still ticking along with it. If they were to increase that to 125,000, then put the 25 into the certificates, that will pay off the full 125 after 18 months. Or it could be an RRSP, you can balance up how much tax am I going to have to pay, because we don't know what's going to happen to that in the future, and that sort of thing. So the number that I've come up with is 25%. Now, if you're existing and you don't get any extra ones, then it's 30%. If you're just getting 3 certificates, okay? And that doesn't account for all of the commissions that you're getting, which will help, pay the slight little bit extra. You've increased your mortgage by 25%, your payments are up 25%. That can very easily be paid for by sharing this, because you obviously understand it enough to do that and can share it. So I found that really exciting. Yeah.
Hold it here. Just a second. You're saying if I've got $100,000 mortgage. Sorry. Can you hear that, Patrick? Is that loud?
We can hear you. Okay.
All right. Okay. So you take $100,000 mortgage and you say, I want to do a HELOC, home equity line of credit, or just adding another 25% onto that mortgage. And you take that money and you put it into these certificates. Now finish that statement again.
Yeah, you finish this. You buy the certificates.
Yeah.
And you compound everything on a weekly basis.
Right.
In order to get the full compounded amount.
Right.
Then it will pay off the 125,000 will be paid off, give or take, pretty close at the end of 18 months. Alternatively, if you can find the 25,000 from somewhere else and put that in, then at the end of 18 months, you'll have the mortgage paid off and you'll have 25,000 in your pocket as well.
So folks, Patrick's expertise is in running numbers. And this is how wealthy people get wealthy, is they run numbers. They understand the numbers. When they find a good thing, they run the numbers. So we encourage it. Now, by the way, this is not financial advice to go do this. But Patrick is putting out a shingle to you. He's saying, consider this. You want to get out of your mortgage? Consider that this could be a way for you. Patrick, that is brilliant revelation. Thank you. I'm seeing Leo there. His chair's starting to swivel around. Okay. All right. Any other? And by the way, you guys, in this community, we have the Patricks of the world who bring their perspective. We have the Gregs of the world that bring their perspective. We're all learning from each other. I love it. Anybody else? You have a question? And don't be intimidated. If you have, your question, I bet 3 other people have the same question. So watch this. I'll do my 3, 2, 1 countdown, and people will start asking questions. Okay, everybody, I'm going to say goodbye now. I'm going to close this out in 3, 2, 1. Okay, you guys, thanks for coming. Have an amazing day. God bless you. I'll be here tomorrow, same time, except I'm not going to be in Abbotsford. Manitoba. Oh, here comes a
Thank you very much.
Hey, are you here to ask a question?
Yes, I was actually trying to send a direct message to Patrick because I want to get that breakdown again. So are you able to check your direct messages, Pat?
Yes, you've got a hi in there. All I can do with this is say that is, if you use that number, the 25%, I'm not going to go into individual figures with people, but when you actually put it out, how much you get from the numbers that Dr. Greg showed you, as you went through, if you took any screenshots of those, then that 25% is a good safe guide that is going to pay the whole thing off.
Just so you know, you guys, we used to happily share spreadsheets and this and that and numbers, but the company has, to protect you, to protect us, they've treated us. That means passionately told us don't do it. Don't be spreading around spreadsheets, etc. Okay, so you go learn the numbers. All right, you can learn the numbers. You can find enough intel from the videos. Go to gspintro.com. Go to my YouTube channel. Okay. All right. Thanks, Kay. All right. So now I am going to close it off here. I'm going to go have some breakfast here at the airport and jump on an airplane. And I'm flying on Sardine Air. They've got these cheaper flights now in Canada. The seats are like, they pack you in like sardines. You can't even put the seat back. Anyways, it's only for a couple hours, so I'm just grateful that I can fly, that I'm a happy, healthy person.
Can I say one more thing?
Yes, Kay, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Patrick, can you check your direct message for me, please? Thank you, and safe travels to you, and thank you for this meeting. It was awesome and very informational.
My pleasure, everybody. God bless you. Go forth. Remember that the shortest distance between two people is a smile, okay? So go out there and smile today.
Thank you, Dr. Greg. Thank you very much, Dr. Greg.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
Thank you, Mr. Greg. We really appreciate how much you have done and still doing, and we are really glad and happy that to learn so much from you.
You're very, very welcome. I hope to meet you all someday at a conference, and we can talk and we can smile and we can laugh. Okay, I'm gonna just turn off. I'm gonna turn off the video and I'm gonna mute myself, and you can just depart when you want. And meanwhile, you can look at the beautiful mountains in the background of BC, British Columbia, Canada. Okay, bye bye, everybody.
And Kay, I do not do Facebook. Kay, I don't go there.
Thanks, everybody. It's been awesome chatting.
Thank you, everyone.